3 in 5 used car buyers get blindsided by hidden problems, flood damage, fake airbags, rolled back odometers, costing ordinary families thousands, while turning great deals into driveway disasters. The most dangerous truth: those spotless showroom shine vehicles are often the most carefully engineered traps, designed to pass quick inspections and fail in your garage. You're about to discover 17 sneaky tricks dealers hope you'll never learn, from suspicious engine bay cleanliness to restitched seatbelts that could kill you. Pre-visit documentation checks. Trap number 1. Missing or mismatched VINs. Think of the VIN as the car's DNA, unique, permanent, and impossible to fake legally. If the dash plate, door jamb sticker, and engine bay stamp don't match exactly, you're looking at potential theft, title washing, or a totaled shell rebuilt around parts from another vehicle. That tempting discount can transform into a legal nightmare where police tow your new car and insurance companies refuse claims. Numbers don't lie, people do. Inspect 3 locations minimum: dashboard, driver's door, and engine bay, ensuring they match the title and every service receipt perfectly. Study fonts, rivets, and alignment carefully. Pride plates and crooked stickers scream tampering. Action: when anything feels off, stop the deal immediately. Call your DMV to verify status and run a comprehensive history report. No perfect match, no purchase. Trap number 2. Salvage or rebuilt title. A branded title isn't just a label, it's a financial death sentence written in legal language. When insurers stamp salvage, they're declaring repair costs exceeded the car's value, whether from crashes, floods, or fires. Here's what dealers won't tell you: even perfectly rebuilt cars suffer from hidden corrosion in connectors and seams that surfaces months later, while resale value plummets and insurance options vanish like morning mist. Today's bargain becomes tomorrow's burden. If you're still tempted by the price, demand a complete photo log of original damage, itemized parts invoices, professional frame measurements, airbag module reports, and current alignment specifications. Independent shops must verify structural integrity and corrosion status. Action: run official title checks, confirm insurability with your provider in writing, and only proceed if documentation is exhaustive and the price reflects permanent stigma. Trap number 3. Inconsistent service history. Would you trust a surgeon who lost your medical records, then asked you to just trust me? Service history proves care, reveals timing patterns, and confirms mileage authenticity. It's the car's medical chart. Missing intervals suggest skipped oil changes, deferred brake service, or silent cooling problems waiting to detonate your wallet. But here's the deeper trap. Vague summaries and handwritten checklists can be fabricated in minutes, while authentic records are dated, itemized, and traceable to licensed shops with verifiable phone numbers. Receipts reveal reliability patterns. Real documentation includes specific oil viscosities, part numbers, torque specifications, and cross-references mileage against inspection stickers. The details liars skip. Action: demand at least 12 months of professional invoices. Verify major services directly with the shop. And if the paper trail looks thin or contradictory, either price incomplete catch-up maintenance or walk away immediately. Trap number 4. Odometer tampering. Digital dashboards make mileage manipulation frighteningly simple. A laptop and 20 minutes can erase 100,000 miles from history, while the odometer displays tempting low numbers. Seats sag with age, pedals shine from wear, and steering wheels develop that telltale gloss that only countless hands create. But here's the forensic truth: service records tell stories that doctored displays can't fake, revealing mileage patterns that should rise smoothly over time. The average car accumulates roughly 12,000 miles annually. Suspicious gaps scream rollbacks or extended storage periods that create their own problems: flat spotted tires, degraded fluids, and seized brake components. Eyes beat electronics every time. Compare dashboard readings against dated service invoices, state inspection databases, and old windshield stickers, building a timeline that liars can't manipulate. Action: photograph the odometer immediately, cross-reference against official records, and if a 10-year vehicle shows suspiciously low mileage without airtight documentation, walk away and report the fraudulent listing. Exterior walk-around inspection. Trap number 5. Mismatched paint or body panels. Step back in bright daylight and read the car's surface like a detective examining evidence. Normal factory paint flows uniformly across panels, while collision repairs create subtle waves, color shifts, and that distinctive orange peel texture that screams respray work. It gets more sinister. Uneven panel gaps, overspray on rubber seals, and paint residue on bolt heads reveal structural damage that compromises safety systems and weather sealing permanently. Pretty exteriors hide twisted physics. Bring a paint thickness gauge and systematically compare every panel. Readings 2 to 3 times thicker indicate body filler covering metal damage, not original steel. Check hood and trunk gaps side to side. Sight along rocker panel lines and inspect for fresh seam sealer that wasn't there from the factory. Collision damage never fully heals. It just gets cosmetically masked. Action: document anomalies with detailed photos, demand complete repair invoices and alignment printouts. And if evidence suggests major bodywork without proper documentation, documentation, decline before compromised crash protection finds you. Trap number 6. Uneven tire wear. Tires write honest reports that sales pitches can't rewrite, recording every mile of abuse, neglect, and mechanical failure. Run your palm across each tread surface, feathering patterns, cupping indentations, or inside edge baldness point to bent suspension components, chronic misalignment, or frame damage from previous impacts. Here's the expensive revelation. Savvy sellers rotate tires or replace only the most obviously worn ones, disguising telltale patterns that reveal thousands in hidden chassis damage. Rubber doesn't lie about geometry. Uneven wear means structural problems that devour tires, waste fuel, and pull the vehicle offline during emergency maneuvers when precision matters most. Inspect all 4 corners plus the spare, measuring tread depth at inner, middle, and outer positions to reveal the truth sellers try to hide. Action: photograph each tire's wear pattern systematically. Request alignment printouts from recent service visits, and if the steering wheel sits crooked or readings show major corrections, budget for extensive suspension work or choose a straighter car. Trap number 7. Fresh undercoating on the undercarriage. Picture a perfectly black underside that gleams like fresh asphalt. It looks like meticulous care, but experienced buyers know it's often elaborate camouflage. Thick, uniform undercoating can trap moisture against live rust, conceal questionable welds, and muffle the telltale tapping sounds that reveal structural decay lurking beneath. Once corrosion gets sealed inside frame rails and pinch welds, it spreads silently through the chassis like cancer, weakening critical mounting points until failures become catastrophically expensive or deadly. Shiny doesn't guarantee sound construction. Honest use leaves light surface rust, grime streaks, and authentic scuffs that prove structural integrity over cosmetic deception. Bring a powerful flashlight and metal screwdriver to systematically tap frame rails, probe pinch welds, and trace suspension mounting points for soft spots or hollow sounds. Your safety rides on that steel backbone, not the coating that hides its condition. Action only accept recent undercoating work accompanied by dated preparation photos showing bare, rust-free metal plus itemized shop receipts detailing surface treatment procedures and product specifications used. Interior inspection. Trap number 8. Musty odor or damp interior. The moment you detect that basement-like mustiness, assume water has made itself at home long enough to breed mold and begin its destructive work. Mildew means moisture lived in carpets, foam, and hidden crevices for weeks or months, corroding wiring harnesses, computer modules, and critical airbag connectors that control your safety systems. Floodwater carries abrasive silt that lodges deep in upholstery and wicking materials, creating humidity reservoirs that fuel corrosion and spawn intermittent electrical gremlins for years afterward. Odors fade faster than damage spreads. Switch off air conditioning to eliminate masking scents, then systematically press carpets hard, check under floor mats, lift trunk liners, and slide hands beneath rear seat cushions, feeling for dampness or unusual textures. Inspect fuse box panels for green corrosion, seat rails for rust bloom, and headlight housings for interior condensation that reveals water intrusion. Action: cross-reference any out-of-state registration against flood zone databases, and if you discover any moisture evidence or metallic corrosion, walk away immediately before electrical problems multiply exponentially. Trap number 9. Restitched seatbelts. Seatbelts are engineered as single-use lifesavers. Manufacturers never authorize resewing stretched webbing because lives depend on precise tensile strength. After serious collisions, belt material stretches permanently while pretensioners fire, and both components must be completely replaced to restore protection that crash testing validated. Shady repair shops hide stretched webbing with fresh stitching or mismatched thread colors, while the SRS control module may still store crash data and disable the entire restraint system without warning lights. Fake safety equals no safety whatsoever. Pull each belt fully extended under bright lighting, examining for puckering, wave patterns, fraying, heat glazing, or thickness variations near buckle attachment points that indicate trauma and amateur repairs. Tug sharply and listen for grinding sounds in retractor mechanisms that suggest internal damage. Action: require original equipment manufacturer invoices for belts and pretensioners, plus documented proof the SRS module was professionally reset and the complete system passes diagnostic scanning. Any suspicious stitching or missing paperwork means immediate rejection. Trap number 10. Malfunctioning or replaced electronics. Modern vehicles contain more computing power than the Apollo spacecraft, creating rolling networks where single module failures cascade into expensive system-wide breakdowns. Test every electronic component methodically: windows, mirrors, locks, heated seats, horn, wipers, washer pumps, HVAC modes, USB ports, Bluetooth pairing, speaker systems, steering wheel controls, cruise control, tire pressure monitoring, drive mode switches, and backup cameras. Here's the expensive reality: intermittent glitches, often traced to water damage or declining system voltage, where frayed serpentine serpentine belts, or weakening alternators make screens flicker and modules throw phantom error codes that multiply repair bills exponentially. Electronics never improve with age, they degrade predictably. Scan for stored and pending diagnostic codes, verify charging voltage maintains proper levels at idle with electrical loads activated, and inspect belt condition for cracking or glazing that indicates charging system stress. Action: price out known failure components like backup cameras costing $800 and $1,500 or infotainment units reaching $1,000, $3,000, and if multiple accessories behave erratically while the seller dismisses problems as probably just a fuse, walk away immediately. Trap number 11. Disabled dashboard warning lights. What if your smoke detector had no batteries but still looked normal? Would you feel safe sleeping? Dashboard warning lights serve identical life safety functions, yet sellers routinely disable them to create false peace of mind. Every warning icon must illuminate briefly during key-on self-testing, then extinguish after system verification. ABS, SRS, check engine, charging, oil pressure, and tire monitoring lights included. Criminals pull bulbs, reprogram modules, or mask fault codes so clusters appear clean, while hidden system failures wait to strike at highway speeds. Silence hides catastrophic bills brewing. Study the startup sequence carefully, noting which lights appear, how long they remain illuminated, and whether the pattern matches manufacturer specifications for that model year. Missing lights indicate tampering and concealed faults that compromise safety systems you're trusting with your life. Action: insist on comprehensive diagnostic scanning with live sensor data before any money changes hands. And if the seller resists professional inspection or claims non-functioning lights are totally normal, decline the transaction and document the VIN for consumer protection authorities. Underhood inspection. Trap number 12. Spotlessly clean engine bay. Counterintuitive truth: the most immaculate engine compartments often conceal the messiest mechanical histories that honest sellers would never hide. Normal driving deposits dust, road film, and faint oil mist over months of operation, while pressure washing creates sterile conditions that erase evidence of coolant weeps, valve cover seepage, and early head gasket failures, just long enough to complete fraudulent sales. Perfection breeds suspicion among experts. Fresh cleaning can mask expensive problems that return with interest weeks after purchase, when stains reappear and repair bills arrive simultaneously. Don't judge engines by surface shine, judge them by operational truth revealed through proper testing. Warm the engine to full operating temperature, then systematically sniff for sweet coolant odors or acrid burnt oil scents while scanning gaskets, hose connections, and block surfaces for fresh moisture that indicates active leaks. Honest grime provides reassuring evidence of authentic operation over cosmetic deception. Action: avoid vehicles with freshly detailed engine bays unless complete service records explain recent repairs, and always re-inspect engines at full operating temperature when leaks reveal themselves naturally. Trap number 13. Dirty or sludgy engine oil. Pull the dipstick and read the engine's health report written in viscous black ink. This simple check reveals maintenance habits that determine whether you're buying transportation or expensive problems. Healthy oil appears translucent amber and feels slick between fingers, while thick, tarry, or gritty substances signal criminally neglected change intervals that create abrasive wear inside bearings, camshafts, and turbocharger journals. Heat and extended drain periods oxidize oil into varnish and sludge that clogs vital oil galleries, starves lubrication systems, and causes pistons rings to stick permanently in their grooves. Engines suffocate from internal contamination. Inspect both the dipstick and oil filler cap thoroughly, looking under the cap for tarry deposits that indicate systematic neglect over thousands of miles. Rub oil samples between thumb and forefinger. Metallic grit means bearing material is already grinding loose and circulating through the system, like liquid sandpaper. Action: demand dated oil change receipts showing mileage intervals, viscosity specifications, and filter brand consistency. And if maintenance proof appears weak, budget for compression testing, valve area borescope inspection, and professional oil analysis, or choose a better maintained vehicle. Trap number 14. Burnt or dirty transmission fluid. Your transmission speaks fluent chemical language through its fluid condition. Learn to interpret what it's desperately trying to tell you. Healthy automatic transmission fluid maintains bright red or pink coloration with smooth consistency and slightly sweet aroma, while dark brown or black fluid emitting burnt odors signals overheated clutches, slipping bands, or clogged cooling systems that spell expensive doom. Once friction material begins shedding into circulating fluid, wear accelerates exponentially while hydraulic pressures destabilize, shifts become harsh, delayed, or erratic as damage compounds rapidly throughout the complex valve body. Heat kills transmissions permanently. Period. If accessible, examine fluid on the dipstick for color consistency, debris particles, and metallic glitter that indicates internal component failure already in progress. Road test from cold startup conditions, monitoring for delayed engagement, harsh shift patterns, or transmission flare under acceleration that reveals slipping clutches fighting losing battles. Action: verify recent fluid services used correct OEM specification, demand temperature and adaptation data from professional diagnostic equipment. And if you detect any burnt odors, metallic contamination, or operational irregularities, walk away or budget thousands for complete transmission rebuilds. Test drive evaluation. Trap number 15. Unusual noises on the test drive. Turn off entertainment systems and transform your ears into precision diagnostic instruments. Every sound tells mechanical stories that visual inspections miss completely. Whining that escalates with vehicle speed points to differential wear or power steering pump failure, while rhythmic clicking during turns implicates worn CV joints, and groaning or grinding under braking means brake pads have reached metal-to-metal contact or caliper slides have seized. Patterns reveal problems before they become catastrophic. Rattles at idle often indicate loose heat shields or timing chain stretch, while knocking sounds under load frequently mean worn connecting rod bearings or deteriorated engine mounts that allow destructive vibration throughout the drivetrain. Conduct systematic noise mapping through parking lot figure eights, gentle and aggressive braking, steady-state cruising, uphill loading, and engine idle testing with air conditioning cycling on and off. Note precisely when sounds appear, disappear, or change character under different operating conditions. Action: document unusual noises with voice recordings if possible. And if sellers attempt distraction tactics or refuse extended test drives, the vehicle is already telling you everything. Decline politely and leave immediately. Trap number 16. Airbags deployed or missing. Airbags represent expensive safety technology that scammers routinely fake with foam padding, glued dashboard seams, or completely empty housings that provide zero protection during crashes. Replacement costs reach thousands per airbag, so unethical sellers install cosmetic covers over missing modules, leaving you completely unprotected while dashboard indicators pretend everything functions normally. Lives depend on authentic components, not theatrical props. Watch the SRS warning light during key-on sequences. It must illuminate briefly, perform self-diagnostics, then extinguish after confirming system integrity. Inspect airbag cover seams for rippling, puckering, or fresh adhesive lines, and feel around steering wheel and dashboard areas for uneven hardness that indicates foam substitutes instead of explosive charges. After any recorded collision history shows no airbag replacement, assume the worst-case scenario and demand proof otherwise. Your family's survival shouldn't depend on seller honesty during 70 FIM and TAP scenarios. Action: require documented proof of OEM airbag installation, professional module reset procedures, and comprehensive scan tool verification of all safety systems. And if sellers hesitate or demonstrate unusual light behavior, leave immediately without negotiation. Professional verification. Trap number 17. Refusal of a pre-purchase inspection. An honest vehicle welcomes professional scrutiny like a confident student embraces final exams. Only cars with serious problems dodge independent evaluation. Professional inspections reveal bent subframes, flood corrosion, transmission overheating, mismatched VIN plates, and structural damage that casual glances miss completely, while the most affordable inspection you'll ever skip costs exponentially more in hidden repairs later. Sellers who manufacture urgency, insist on evening pickups, or claim "my mechanic already checked everything" are deliberately steering you away from truth toward financial disaster. Honesty thrives under bright lights and hydraulic lifts. Desperation prefers shadows and rushed decisions that benefit only the seller's bank account. A quality vehicle passes inspection anywhere, anytime, while problematic cars require home field advantage and limited visibility to complete fraudulent transactions. Choose your own certified shop, schedule comprehensive lift inspection with diagnostic scanning, and ignore sellers who create artificial time pressure designed to bypass your due diligence. Action: if sellers refuse independent inspection, delay evaluation, or demand payment before professional assessment, thank them politely and leave immediately. Then text yourself notes including VIN numbers and specific objections for future reference. You now have 17 dealer tricks and the exact inspection sequence professionals use to avoid expensive mistakes. Remember, appearances deceive, evidence reveals truth, and sellers who discourage inspection have already answered your biggest question. Subscribe for more car buying strategies. Next week, we're exposing financing tricks that cost buyers thousands. Not professional advice. Consult a qualified expert as needed.